Hello, and welcome back to the Fate of Aeothar. Previously, Hadrada left the party, sailing back home to Finnabair. Moss haggles the new owner of the Mystic Fire for a rush order on his bow, attempting to jump to the front of the line. Meanwhile, Talia and Ezia take some much-needed time and go on a trip together, while the rest of the party meets Ezia's associate, Jamila. All of you go to sleep that night, and that's where we're picking up. It's the next morning. What are you all doing?
Going to Mystic Fire to get my fucking bow.
Okay.
That bastard made me.
That bastard
Moss
Nadia.
begrudgingly balls his fist and makes his way.
Okay.
I'll follow.
So yeah, you leave the castle and head to the Mystic Fire and walk in, and Vala is behind the counter and sees you come in and says, "Ah, there he is."
And here I am, arms wide, flowing the cape.
And the bow is sitting on the counter and says, "I just finished it up this morning."
Wonderful, my good sir. And he will reach out to grab the bow.
Okay. Yeah,
Wonderful.
And you take it.
Enchantment works as, or any changes?
It works as what we talked about.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
While I'm here,
Yes.
have they restocked at all since our last visit not long ago?
Roll an investigation.
May I help?
How?
Giving him guidance and also helping him look through the shelves.
Okay.
Helping him
Yes.
peruse. So advantage and a D4, my good sir.
Ooh, so 17 plus.
He's got one more. It's a D4 with that.
My roll 20's dying. If someone could roll me a d4.
Gotcha.
Thank you. It just froze.
19.
19. Okay. So what specifically are you looking for?
Just cool little items.
Just cool little items. Okay.
We did recently buy quite a few things from here, so I'm not expecting like a ton, but just checking.
Vala tells you, "Well, I don't know how useful this might be to you, but I do have this." And he pulls out what looks like a chessboard and
Ooh.
pulls out a bag with a few chess pieces in it.
Well, it's in Yarmir's shop. I know it can't be a normal chessboard. Please enlighten me, Vala.
That is true. And he sets up the chessboard on the table and sets up the pieces and has you go around to the other side. And he takes
Alrighty.
white and you take black. And he looks at the board and says, "Pawn, go forward 1." And the pawn slides forward.
Ooh. I say, I don't know how to play chess. Because Tony does not know how to play chess.
And he says, "Me either, but I don't know, it seemed like it was kind of fun."
I mean, how much is it?
He says, "How about 10 gold?"
10 gold? I mean, I looked at Moss.
I mean, I could teach you if you wanted.
I've always wanted to learn to play chess. He hasn't.
I mean-
He's saying that just because there's a magic chessboard.
It is good. It's good strategy. Helps keep the brain active.
Okay. I'll give him 10 gold for the magic chessboard.
Okay. And he reaches beneath the counter and says, I also have this." And he pulls out like a medium-sized, almost like burlap sack sort of bag, and it's tied on the top of it. He unties it and pours the contents out into his hand, and probably roughly about like a softball-sized orb rolls out of it, and it rolls out onto his hand, and you see him click something. It almost sounds like a button being pushed, and one side of the ball opens up, and
Whoa.
five other smaller orbs come out.
There's more.
All illuminated, different colors and illuminated, and they begin to orbit around the main orb.
They fly.
And then
Moss's lenses all kind of go wide.
and
Look.
this happens for a little bit, and he pushes the button, and they all one by one go back and through the opening and go back inside and deactivate.
Tony is astounded.
Moss begins applauding.
Tony is paralyzed with amazement.
Wonderful. Truly, actually. How much is this mechanism?
It's beautiful.
And he says, "Oh, for this, 50 gold."
Moss looks over to Tony. I'll chip in 20.
Tony is still paralyzed in amazement.
Moss elbows him.
50?
I'll give you 20.
I will pay 50 gold.
I give Tony 20.
You're gonna have to do it secretly.
Fight,
you're
fight,
paying too
fight.
much attention. While you give him 50, I just put 20 in your pouch.
Alright, fair. I'll give you
Because
that.
you're too amazed at the thing.
Alright. In that case, yes, I'll pay 30.
Yeah, bitch.
As Moss has given me 20.
And he says, "Well, enjoy," and hands
Thank
it over to you.
I promise we will. He smiles.
Tony with this now in his hand realizes he doesn't really know what it does, but he doesn't really care because it's cool.
Mm.
Oh, it's pretty though, isn't it?
And he says, "And I have one more thing that might interest you."
Oh?
Let me look around here. And he starts going through a couple of cupboards in the back. And
The anticipation is...
and you see him come back out with something, and it seems to be a roughly like golf ball sized dodecahedron. It is made of glass, and you see him concentrate on it, and after he does, on the ceiling there is a projection of a night sky with constellations, aurora borealises, shooting stars, everything.
Oh my god. How much is it?
And he says, 50 gold for this one as well.
50 gold. And I can see the sky anywhere?
And it projects out in this building and covers roughly like a 10 foot by 10 foot
10 whole feet of sky?
area on the ceiling.
What a steal. I'll give him 50 gold.
Okay.
Very excited. And as I do, I say to him, you know, I doubted you at first, but you're shaping up to be a pretty good shopkeeper, Lava.
Moss scoffs and turns his head.
And he says, thank you. Appreciate the praise. I definitely want to get my name out there more, so. But I do appreciate your kind words.
In that case, are we done here?
And Moss nods, staring at his bow as he's slowly beginning to attune to it and feel it, and just kind of like really being able to really take in the beauty now that it's been enchanted. It's like, yes, I think that can be arranged. He's
that
smiling
case-
as big as a man with no mouth can.
We should probably head off back to Le Group.
Indeed. And he walks out holding his bow.
I give Valor a wave and walk out to him.
Okay. Yeah, and he waves back, and as you walk out of the store, the little bell above the door, ding 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 ding.
Da-ding.
Moss just kind of dings along with it as he walks, because he always makes those noises. As we walk back and rejoin the others, I'll go ahead and sling my bow, and I'll also just keep my staff on my back next to my bow. Kind of walk hands free.
Okay, cool.
Much more decked out than usual looking, because he's got a bow, a dagger, and his staff all on his back when he usually just kind of walks with his staff.
I'd say Tony will similarly unarm, but that's not really possible.
Just takes off his fucking arms. Yes, and we rejoin the group.
Yes.
Okay. So the rest of you that were sleeping at Shireen's house,
Yeah.
are you still there? Like when you wake up and like spend the morning there, or are you guys out?
Yeah, I
Or-
imagine I'm
Yeah.
pretty much on breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at least eating breakfast there.
Okay. Yeah, and similar to the previous morning, you come downstairs and Eckhart has breakfast already, 3/4 of the way made. And as you come down, he says, yes, just sit at the table. Food will be ready soon.
Thank you, Eckhart.
Cool, thank you, Eckhart.
I hope all of you slept well.
Yes.
Nah, yeah, I guess.
You didn't?
I mean, I haven't slept well in a while.
Why?
War plus aftermath, I guess.
Well, if you ever need me, I'm here.
That's fine. You can help me sleep by knocking me out, I guess.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
As he just looks at Durgat like, why are you looking at my Kool-Aid? Just kidding.
Oh,
Step back. Step back. At that point, there's a loud knock at the front door, I guess.
I'm eating to the front door
Okay.
and open it.
Yeah, and you open it and Moss and Tony are there.
It's just Moss and Tony's chests and their heads above the door. There's like,
Tony is not that much bigger than Durgat.
Over there.
Be-
Yeah, just
I
open
believe
door,
it's
I
time
guess.
for us to take our leave.
Did you eat
We're
breakfast?
eating breakfast.
I do not need to eat food.
Tony stepped through the doorway. Oh, breakfast? There's breakfast?
Yes,
Where?
breakfast. Yes, there's
There's
breakfast.
food?
there.
Breakfast,
Breakfast
breakfast.
here.
Did we already gather the phylactery? Or is that we gathered the
The
goo?
fleshy thing.
Yeah, you
Yeah, we
guys
got
have
out
the
the
goo.
goo.
Yeah.
Oh,
The phylactery is
someone
still
look at
in
the
the
goo,
tower.
actually.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you guys want to look at the goo to
you
see if
all
it.
look
We
at
did
the
that after
goo.
breakfast.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, yeah, fair
I
enough.
guess I can wait for you all then. Moss will duck his head inside.
Is there already
Where's
breakfast down?
Jamila? Hold on, where's Jamila?
Probably still at the tavern, right?
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah, she is.
Is there breakfast on the
For
table?
now.
And
Yeah.
breakfast is almost done.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, as Moss and Tony walk in, Eckhart is like coming out of the kitchen with eggs and bacon and toast.
Fantastic, I can't.
Okay, let me get this straight. You got Tony, you slept at the castle,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you didn't
Yeah.
eat breakfast there.
No, we went out to do some shopping.
Okay, but you. Alright, I'm just
Well,
confused. Okay,
sorry.
anyway. no.
Where'd you shop? What'd you get?
I needed to go
Tell
get
me.
this first thing.
Oh,
And
oh,
Moss
sure, yeah.
taps his newly acquired bow that's slung
All
across
right.
his back.
Oh,
Looks
that's
like-
very
yep,
pretty.
That's a bow. If
Yeah,
I've ever
he'll,
seen one.
He'll pluck it off and like show it off on the table, made of like it's like
Aw.
living wood and swirled with these different trees and branches. It's
Yep, that's a
thumbing
bow.
very softly. Indeed, it's not just a bow. It because I'm not exactly the best with my hands. This lets me through a bit of casting to focus a bit more and maybe hit a bit truer.
Hmm.
Hopefully.
That's so cool.
Like, I actually haven't tried it yet. I might as well give it a shot.
Not at me. And not inside
Well,
of the
no,
house.
I
My
don't
mom will
need to-
kill me.
I don't need to shoot it. I just need to, and he'll just kind of like focus and like cast Shillelagh onto it. I did a little modified thing on it,
Okay.
which then lets me use Wisdom to attack, and it's already a D8,
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
and maybe it like glows green or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say it has like a bit of like a green hue to it.
All of the
resembling,
leaves like surge into life and grow a little bit more.
Yeah, resembling, sort of the magic you've seen in the Feywild.
Ooh, I know. The fucking around Moss's hand, all of these like little vines start to grow out and go around the bow, and it kind of like melds into his hand.
Okay,
Oh,
but
that's so
don't
cool.
shoot that thing in here. My mom can and will hunt you down and kill you. Don't even worry about me. I mean, she will also kill me because I'm responsible here, but like, you'll have to
Well,
worry about her. She
I-
will kill you.
I do need arrows, if I'm honest. I don't have any.
Oh, you
I
can
mean,
have some
go
of mine. I
buy
have
some.
like. You can have some of mine.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
And I have 50. I just have that written down. And I'm just gonna give you.
I have
Half of that,
13
so
at the
25.
moment.
I still. Yeah, can have.
However
Half.
many,
Either way.
however many you want. What? 25?
25.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Here, there you go.
Do you not need these?
Hey, you. Yes, you do. Here, just.
Oh, thank
Take it.
you.
Of course.
20, 25, 13, 5, 6, 7, 8,
We're friends.
38. Of course, but we're also fighters, and I don't want to. Well, just let me know if you run out. I can toss you my
I
quiver.
will. I will. Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Give me a bit of time. I'm still working on my shot.
Well, I can teach you if you want.
Well, of course. I actually was hoping you and Daggett both could give me a bit of practice.
And like
uh,
Talia turns to Jared with this like really bright smile. It's like,
I was going to
yes.
ask Hadrada for help. I was going to try to maybe infuse casting into my shots, but I'm not quite sure how that'd work. I guess I'm going to be working that on my own. Maybe Tony, maybe you could help with that. Would you be interested?
I have Hadrada's spell book.
Well,
That
I mean,
helps.
But do you have any knowledge of enchanting? Because I wouldn't know anything about
Johnny
that
holds
book
up a finger and nods vigorously.
as he's eating.
My mom might. I don't know. I know she does magic, but it's
Johnny
been a while
points
since
to
we talked
himself,
about
still
it.
eating.
Yeah, no, I think Tony's got us covered.
Alright,
Okay.
I have a
It'll-
book of enchanting.
Oh, that'll be perfect.
You gave that to Yurmir, didn't you?
No, I got it from Yurm.
No, it was
Oh.
a gift from him. Other way around.
No. Yurm has been teaching me things.
I know, but
Yeah, no,
Yurmir
of
also
course,
gave
this
you.
beautiful
He also
couple
gave.
gave them romantic gifts to one another. It's glorious.
Tony looks
I
should
can.
check
Okay, I
in
can
on him,
assure
by
you,
the
I've
way.
given gifts to people that I've not been in a relationship with.
I wish we had a form of long form messaging.
Hold the fuck up. One moment. We shouldn't I? I have sending, which is range unlimited, and its target is which you're familiar with. And can send a short message of 25 words or less.
Can you
And
insult the Baron?
Talia, you have sending.
I have sending, yeah.
Well,
And
turns
I
to
think
Tony.
the creature can also answer me in immediately, yeah. Also with
They
25
can
words.
send a response. That's wonderful. That's exactly what. So, can you cast that today
Yeah,
before we go?
yeah.
Well, so here, quick checklist. So I assume, turns to Tony. This, as I said, this could be a lengthy journey. You might want to at least have a message for Yomir, for Talia, before we go.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you have 25 words.
Tony gets all embarrassed a little bit.
I was like, well, anyway, this is something that we can do today. We don't necessarily have to. It's just something
I
to
can
think
cast
about.
it exactly 7 times.
7 times? What the fuck?
3rd level spell, and I have one level
Have you been
5
able to do
spell
this the
slot.
whole time? What the? Moth rubs his forehead.
I didn't think it would be important.
Oh,
I
no,
never
long-
mentioned it.
We talk. Oh my. Okay, but
Anyone
Oh,
else give up any cool magical secrets?
I literally brought people back to life in front of you all. You didn't think to be a little honest about what you can do.
Oh, I can't.
I see you
I have.
play a fucking tune every now and then. I didn't know you could fucking send messages across the fucking planes of existence.
Well, I don't know what we're about over the plains. I don't know. Would it work over the plains? It says range unlimited, but and I haven't known that spell for too long.
Ping it.
I don't think it. I don't think it works over different planes.
I believe rules is written. It has like a weird law where if you're trying to send something plane wide, you have to
Oh,
do
here.
some weird rolls.
If the target is on a different plane than you,
Even
there's a
to other
5%.
planes of existence.
5% chance that it doesn't arrive. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So you roll a d100, and if it's a 95 to 100, you fail. But yes, it does because I thought so. That is, I will say that is a Critical Role thing, but because they use it fucking every goddamn time. But yeah, no. So, but first of all, we need to go gather the phylactery, and then if there's any last minute things, luckily I have a supply of arrows now. My back's getting quite crowded actually.
I can, if you need me to, I can just take something that.
Yeah,
Tony
but
looks at you as you
Moss,
say, my
yeah.
back's getting quite crowded.
I was like,
Moss,
fuck
you
off!
have
You
a-
drag a chain around with a bunch
You
of
have
chests
a
on
bag
it.
of
I
horrible
wasn't
things.
saying anything by it. It's just...
Well, no, but I needed it all to be ready. And I need it all. Like Moss is like if I need to cast a spell, and he whips out the staff. Like, and if I need to shoot someone that's far away, and then he whips out the bow. It's like, and if I need to hit someone that's close but not too far, and then pulls out the dagger. I've got options. And he like flips the dagger. He like flips the dagger into the air, and then it like slinks back into his hand really quickly, unnaturally.
Oh,
I just thought he would yeet it at the ceiling. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, he basically does. He just throws it wildly, and then it comes back to his hand. Snaps
Oh,
back.
did it work with the stone of Yeed?
Indeed. Well, it was a coin, and Moss like flips
coin,
the
yeah.
dagger around and shows it to you, and it's like welded to the bevel. It's like
Oh, that's so cool.
I
Yeah.
thought I did a good job.
he did it the morning he snapped.
Hmm.
I miss him.
Yeah, it was a good morning actually. Moss just kind of nods. But speaking of, kind of looks across the group. Not for nothing. Talia, it does seem you're quite a capable cast. I'll be honest, that was a bit of a surprise to me. But we are still down.
Excuse me? What the fuck?
What do you mean? What the fuck? They play music sometimes. They can heal people. Yes.
Talia
Yeah,
has
twice a
several
day.
during fights. Talia has done several times like a thing where it's
Yeah,
like
they'll shatter. Yeah, it is impressive.
yes.
I'm talking like large scale. No, this is interdimensional communication. I
Is
can
that
talk to
special?
Hirsum. Yes, I could send a
Oh.
message to Hirsum.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I didn't think of that. But to be fair, I haven't had this spell for a long time.
That is true. I mean, knowing your abilities is something that's difficult for everyone. Keeping track can be difficult, especially when you know so much.
Couldn't be me. Anyway.
Felt bad.
Master of one is better than Jack of all trades, master of none. In my book, at least.
Yeah, but I
Moss
don't
looks
know
at
any
his back of,
magic.
like 900 things. I'd say the way you can kill people is rather magical. Smart. Again, just kind of nods.
Moss, the way you killed people is kind of magical. I just
Tony
stab him.
audibly groans when you say that. Ugh.
But we need to gather phylactery, and then any other last minute things if we need to restock on food for the long term. As we said, this is a long journey. This is the last time we'll be in civilization for quite a while.
Shouldn't we also talk to Jamila? Jamila?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was what I was getting to. We are currently down a man.
As he comes walking down the stairs as well too.
Morning.
Waking up
Wasn't she already
later.
there?
What's that?
Wasn't she already there?
No, she did not come down with Talia. She was she decided to sleep
Sleeping
in. Yeah. And
Well, rise and shine.
comes down.
Morning, darling.
Says, morning all of you.
Hope you didn't break any windows on your way in this time.
And she says, no, I asked permission this time actually.
Wait, you broke a window?
Well, look at you.
That is what we call character growth.
Wait, did you just break it? Did you actually break a window? If there's a
she
broken
didn't
window, my
break-
mom
no,
will
she didn't-
fucking
No,
kill me.
she didn't break a window. Don't worry.
It's fine. I can just fix it.
She didn't break a
If
window.
my
Don't
mom
worry. It's
knows
fine.
something
It's
is
fine. It's
broken
fine.
in the house,
But
she will kill whoever
regardless-
broken than me.
Regardless.
And,
Ezia, your friend. Oh, sorry, yes.
Oh, it was probably to that same point too.
Yes, absolutely.
I was just going to say, Ezia asks all of you, so what is your plan for the day?
We're gonna get the phylactery, and she like looks to
Yes,
mostly
Moss
Tony
nods.
Moss because
Moss
the
nods.
phylactery from the Baron, and then we're gonna make some
Not
last
the Baron, the Duke.
the Duke. No, it was the Baron.
No.
The phylactery the
it's-
Baron
the
dropped
Baron-
when we killed
yes,
him and the
yes.
dragon.
That's what I meant. Like we're getting the phylactery off
From the. I see what
Oh.
you're saying now. Yes.
of the Baron from
Under
the Duke.
ownership of-
And then we're gonna make some last preparations, and
Gonna
then
buy
we're gonna head
food?
off to the Feywild. Right? That was
Indeed.
the plan.
And
Yeah.
she says, off to the Feywild then. And looks at Darget, Tony, and Moss and says, I have no doubt the three of you will keep her safe, right? And leans in and kind of raises an eyebrow as she says this.
Well, maybe for access to that portal, and we can talk. And Moss kind of leans in coyly.
Tony twats Moss on the back of the head.
A very sharp
You're
metallic
not
twang is
bargaining our
heard.
friend's life for travel. You're better than that.
It just depends what kind of body Talia comes back in.
Listen,
Maybe I'm a
Excuse me?
little slow.
What
listen.
friend?
I put my hand over wherever
I'm
I
the
think
friend.
Moss's mouth is.
Oh.
That's
say-
not what the
look.
sound comes out. I can
Look,
just keep talking.
I just keep moving it. Look, we'll handle it. Don't worry.
If we're talking about
Hands
Tana,
on, like,
we
the side of your
there's
face, just
plenty
looking for
of
something
time,
that's
but like
moving.
you did.
Of
Sorry, that came
course,
off as rude.
of course, Talia is the one that saves us. So yes, she will
That's
remain
not
safe
true.
in the back.
And Ezia
Worry
says,
not.
and Ezia says, good. And looks at Talia and says, well, I should probably go find Jamila. We have to finish off a job that we started.
Oh, we were
Oh.
wondering if Jamila maybe wanted
Is
to come
that-
with us. We're kind of,
Yeah,
as,
well.
as you can tell, last time we talked, we were 5, and now we're 4. So we
bit
were wondering if Jamila
short-handed.
maybe wants to
But-
come with us. We could use some extra manpower. Or
Doesn't
womanpower, I
seem
guess.
she doesn't seem too happy with the current situation.
And she says, oh, that's a great idea. I'm sure Jamila would love to go along with you. I can always handle the drop-off.
Yes,
Sure.
I have complete faith in your abilities. Moss winks with one of his lenses.
And she says, well, then I'll just follow you to the tavern then.
Indeed. And Moss rises from the table.
Tony takes his hand off of wherever it was covering.
Moss stands and Tony keeps his hand on the faceplate. And Moss will begin going towards the tavern where we left Jamila.
Shall I?
Okay, yeah. And Ezia follows. And
So where
Talia
does the sound
probably
come?
walks with her and holds her hand. Stand a little bit.
Tony walks with Moss holding the side of his face, looking at it like, where?
It's
Where
under
is
the,
it then?
It's under the
Under?
plate. It's under the
Oh.
plate. So it comes
Ah.
out from everywhere.
Ah, well,
Yeah,
you
it's
told me
pretty-
that before I started molding your face.
Well,
with my
yeah,
hand.
you just fucking slapped it on a piece of metal, didn't you?
Yeah.
What
Alright,
happens?
fair point. Well made.
Thank you. And we go to the tavern.
okay. Yeah, so you begin making your way to the tavern, and you get there and walk inside. Jamila, would you be up in a room still, or would you be out in the main tavern area?
I would be out in the main tavern area by this point.
Okay. So yeah, you guys walk in and look around, and Ezia says, "Oh, there she is over there," and begins walking over towards Jamila.
And once Jamila notices them, if she does, she will actually start walking over to them.
Yeah, Moss
Oh.
ducks his head under the door to get in.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Jamila has to jump to reach the door handle.
Moss will see Jamila running up and offer out the arm for her to hop and climb up again. It's like, oh, Jamila!
And she'll say, hello, and she'll say, are you guys looking for a traveling companion. I was thinking
nice.
last night, and well, this entertainment business is good and all, but I do actually have another goal in mind for myself,
yes.
and
Oh, that is so funny. We
Entertainment.
were we're gonna ask you the same thing if you wanted to come with us.
Yes, I have an open slot, and we would be honored to have you join our front line.
okay, that would be nice. And she will climb onto moss for the height.
Yeah, Moss will take it, like, once Jamila grabs on, take her and pull her up and drop her on his back. Just be like, wonderful.
Okay. And Ezia tells Jamila, and don't worry, I can handle the drop off. Ohana knows better than to try to strong arm me, so I can handle that and send you your portion of the money.
Oh, you can keep it for yourself if you want.
Moss kind of like smacks Jamila on the butt from behind.
And she says, well, if that's what you wish, you'll hear no complaints from me.
Do I know the guy they're talking about?
You hear the sound of grinding metal.
Roll a history, Durgit.
That's most likely a no. Where the fuck is there? Nah.
No.
No, fam.
Psych.
Psych.
Anyway. Let's get the flaggery, I'd say.
Yes. Well, Jamila, it seems there's a bit to be caught up on. And on the walk back to the Duke, we fill Jamila in on everything. I turn to Durgit to make sure it's okay. I fill them in on everything. They are
Okay.
members of the party now, Durgit.
Yeah, okay.
Jamila, how about this? If you ever betray any of this information to anyone, we'll kill you.
And she's all like, okay.
And the same to us. If we ever give up any information that you deem private, you are free to kill us with the other members of the party.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, hold up there. This is
Well, I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
Is this not the familial pact you all make? This is pretty standard in the Feywild. I've trusted you all with my life. If you betray that, I take yours.
I see where you stand now.
I'm
Fucking
kidding. I'm
murder
joking. Crazy, happy, jokey man. Yeah.
I don't really talk to
doesn't
anyone
show me.
except you, so... Anyway,
Hmm.
but Tony, the flesh thing, how does it look? Did it grow?
Oh god, I take it out of
I
my bag.
can look for you, you can close your eyes.
Eyes closed, I take it out of my bag and still. Yeah.
Okay. Who is looking at it? Durgit?
Me.
also
Jamila
want-
will also take a look at it.
I will also want to take a look because I haven't seen it in a while.
I do not want to take a look.
Okay. So you open the bag and pull out the bleh. And
I'll give guidance to Talia.
Thanks.
and you see what looks like the beginning of a form squished into this jar. It seems like there are bird-like feet that have begun to grow inside of this, and
In the jar.
and it is attached to just a loose end of flesh, similar
Did it
to what it looked like before.
And Jamila,
Does it look
as
like
seeing this, will say,
Does
continue.
it look like the acid I poured on it did anything?
Not really, no. Like, it looked like
Okay.
it had an effect initially when you first did it, but at this point, it doesn't seem like it's doing anything.
Okay.
Um,
Okay,
Maybe
guys,
I've slowed it
Operation
down.
set alcohol on fire and pour it in there. I want this thing gone.
Well, there's only one real way to get it gone, and that's to move faster.
And
True.
Jamila will say, "What the heck did you guys do to that bird?"
That's the Baron.
Yeah, that's the Baron
Yeah.
phylactery thing. It came out of the
We
phylactery.
were so we were in the war, and then the Baron, and then the dragon
Yeah.
came, and then our dragon killed the other dragon, and we killed the bird baron.
I see that.
No skin yet, but it looks like bear muscle almost.
Does it have eyes already?
No.
Okay, good for
God,
it.
this really is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
If I
Tell me
take
about
this
it.
from like a medicinal perspective, how long would it take from like a developmental perspective to be fully grown? Back to, like, bear-sized.
Roll a medicine check.
11.
Tough to say.
Damn. 3.
Jamila says, what do you guys know what it tastes like?
Do not.
I genuinely don't want to know what it tastes like. But thanks for the.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Jamila.
Probably chicken.
Moss pats Jamila's head.
Turkey.
Let's not think that ever again.
And
Condors.
she's like, okay.
It's chicken, probably.
And now we are approaching the castle where we meet with the Duke.
No, we are
who
not.
is,
On the way to the castle, I have stopped us on the way towards a food stall of some kind, if we find one.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, you would
Tony never
know.
forgets to buy his food.
You would know that most of the food vendors are in the main market.
Fantastic. In that case, on our way, I will take a turn towards the main market. Gesture a party to follow. As we have food to stock up on, and they're the people I'm cooking.
And also, additionally, there are several more over by the docks that specialize in fresh caught seafood.
We got any preference of meals?
It does need to be long term and able to
Not
be made in the
moldy.
forest.
Any type of meat.
I don't need to eat, so I'm fine with whatever.
We'll just go to the market, I think.
Something that would be very quick, actually, preferably. Something that's nice and quick to make. Keep
What are
those
the-
mornings short.
Okay. So, you guys go to the market?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Looking around, there is a vendor selling fresh fruits and vegetables. There is a bakery. There is a butcher, and also somebody selling drinks, beverages.
I will visit all of them in order. Actually, we'll go to the butcher first, because I feel like the meat is kind of the meat of the meal.
Throughout this walking, well, I guess like at Durgat's house, would that have been considered my short rest to attune?
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Moss
approach
is
the
just kind
butcher.
of holding the string on his bow as we walk through.
Yeah, and you approach him, and it is a human male with almost like the Amish sort of beard without the mustache part, and shaved very closely down, like on the top part. And he currently has cuts of beef, cuts of pork, poultry. And it
I
says,
gesture to his selection and look at the group like, take your pick.
and he says, is there anything I can get you? What is it you need?
What do we want to eat for the foreseeable future?
Not moldy meat, and maybe something that holds for a bit longer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have a preference.
Food is
Really?
food.
And he says,
Bit of everything.
And he says, oh, well, we have some salted pork that should last for a good few weeks. We have
Oh, yeah,
some
let's go for
salted
that
beef,
then.
also good for traveling if you're going to be on the road for a while.
That sounds ideal. Can we take some equal portions of both, please?
Sure, sure. And we'll say you guys end up paying roughly 75 gold for a decent amount of
70.
meat for pretty much like however much
I'll
you'll
put in
need for
20.
a good while.
How much was it? 75?
75.
I'll put in
yeah.
20.
You will not.
Yes, I will.
Okay. I'll begrudgingly accept Talia's. But only because it's not a magic item.
I know, if it was a magic item, you would not let me pay it.
Okay.
I will thank him. Bid him. You said there was a general fruit and veg salesman?
Yeah.
I'll approach and say, hello, good sir. Or, unless it's not a sir, in which case I will change my greeting appropriately.
It is an older female half-elf.
Hello, madame.
And she says, hello. What can I get for you today?
I have a few weeks worth of salted pork and beef. I need some hearty vegetables and fruits that will last a while and pair well with them. What do you have?
And she says, well, we have some onion, we have some carrot, we have potato, we have
That all
squash
sounds pretty good.
and zucchini, we have asparagus, we have
Can I
fruit.
take an assortment of your vegetables? So we can mix it up?
And she says, yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
And we'll say for that, 20 gold for like a good variety of vegetables.
Thank you.
And she says, yes, of course. Do you need any fruit? We have freshly picked apples. And freshly picked
take some
berries as
apple.
well. Local, of course.
I'll take some berries.
And she points at a basket holding raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries.
Ooh. I'll look to Moss, the berry expert.
Moss just kind of looks over and is like, yeah, I mean, try
We'll
'em,
sure
but
some
they'll
berries.
be good. Yeah, the berries.
Which are the best berries? We're getting all the
All-
berries.
Yes, all of them, obviously.
We will
'cause
take.
it's bread.
I
Need
take some from the
diversity.
basket and say like these, and I take like some of each berry. A diverse selection of berry.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll say you spend about 10 gold and get a good variety of the 3 berries.
Cool. Like to last the trip.
Yes, everything you've bought so far, you've bought enough of it to assumedly last for your trip.
Cool. In that case, I thank the shopkeeper.
Okay.
Uh,
And she
I
says,
believe there's a-
well, thank
a
you.
bread.
Come back anytime.
You said there was somewhere we can buy bread? Because we haven't had bread in a long time.
Oh yeah, I was about to say some bread would be probably best because I think bread holds itself for a really long time. Doesn't get moldy that easily.
Yeah, there is a bakery. It's a building made out of red brick, and you see that there's a chimney on the top of it with a continuous line of smoke just kind of pluming out of it.
In that case, I enter. Say hello, my good baker.
And you walk in, and it's a very light color in here. The wood is a light color. There's large windows in the front, so a lot of sunlight comes through. And there are glass-contained shelves that have different baked goods in it. There are loaves of bread. There are dinner rolls. There are cinnamon rolls, donuts, cookies, cakes.
What cakes?
It seems like a couple varieties of chocolate cakes, some that have different fruit on them. There are vanilla cakes, a very yellow looking cake, like maybe a lemon one. There's one that has a very opaque looking glaze over a yellow looking cake, and it has some kind of odd yellow fruit on top and has little red cherries dotted across it.
I enter and say, hi, we need some loaves of bread that are gonna last us quite a long time and are quite hearty that we can take on a trip.
Okay. And it is a heavier set human male. And he says, oh, sure. We have sourdough bread. That lasts for quite a while.
Sounds ideal.
We have a very heavy dinner sort of bread as well, and that one lasts for quite a while. It's very dense bread,
Perfect.
so it dries out slower.
If it's gonna dry out slow, we can use it longer.
And you say,
I don't have
sure.
an objection to my choice of bread. No? Okay, we'll take that bread.
And you say, sure. How much of each would you like?
Yes.
We'll take an equal amount of each so we can have some more variety of bread.
Okay. So yeah, you
We'll
get
use the less lasting stuff earlier.
Okay. So yeah, you get some of the sourdough bread, and the other one, which is very similar to like a heavy French bread. And I would say you spend about 10 gold and get a good amount of each.
Can I also? I look to Talia and Durgut, who I assume have their faces pressed up against the shop glass. Get a slice of cake for each of them.
And he says, oh, absolutely, absolutely. And looks at Talia and Durgut and says, so, what'll it be?
I want a slice of chocolate cake, please.
I want a slice of, and Talia, like, looks. Chocolate also.
And he
And
says,
a cookie? And turns to Tony and looks with a please.
Tony audibly sighs and then turns to the breadman and says, and a cookie.
Yes!
and he says, okay, well, we have a dark chocolate cake with walnuts here and very nice cream frosting on it. This one here is chocolate with cherries on it. And
I want a
this
chocolate
here
with cherry.
is chocolate with raspberry.
Oh no, never mind. I want chocolate with raspberry.
I want chocolate with cherry.
And he says,
I like that.
not a problem. And it is a fresh cake. There haven't been any pieces taken out of it yet today. So you see him just cut into this like freshly made cake. And
Moss is just rubbing his forehead in the back of the shop.
and,
I looked at Moss like,
and the inside is still like a bit steamy as he cuts it open and plates it up for you and hands it across the counter. And goes over to the cookies and says, okay, we have chocolate chip, we have peanut butter, we have white chocolate with strawberry, and we have oatmeal with raisin.
I'll take white chocolate with strawberry, please.
And he says, good choice, this one is a specialty of ours.
can I ask, is the oatmeal raisin cookie suspiciously larger in stock than the other ones?
Yeah. It doesn't look like it gets tapped into very much. I will say there's like a smaller thing next to it of oatmeal chocolate chip, and even those look like, you know, they've been taken a lot more than the oatmeal raisin ones.
Do I know the baker? Like, how old is he?
He looks about 40 probably.
Okay, so I probably know him.
Roll a history check.
Okay, I might know him, but I don't remember.
I was gonna say, I imagine a child there
Yeah!
coming in and getting cookies.
Yeah, I probably went in there every now and then as a child, but I don't remember the guy.
But now I'm imagining Durga in their rogue get up as a child.
You might have known his dad, who ran it before he did, maybe.
Aw.
Okay.
But they do look a bit similar.
I probably, and as a child, I probably just snuck in after close and stole some of the cakes. Not that the cakes like a slice or two.
Yeah, no, they're a dead ringer for each other. They both have like mutton chops and the same sort of like graying in the hair. It's a very peculiar case of the son looking just like the dad.
I'm Bjorn, and my father, Bjorn. And his father, Bjorn.
Bjorn, son of Bjorn. And he grabs you 2 of those cookies instead of just one and gives it and hands it over to you.
Thank you.
He says, not a problem. Come back anytime.
We will. We will. Until I gives her second cookie to Durgan.
Thank you.
Of course.
And
Bread from the can.
And then a bird
Jamila-
flies by and takes the cookie.
I eat the bird. I catch it with my mouth.
Oh, really? I don't know why. I thought you were gonna say a bird slams into the window and dies on impact.
Oh god.
Moss just looks at the bird on the ground and wishes it was him.
But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Jamila. Sorry.
Jamila will say as we're like walking out, that she's never seen a group of people buy so much food.
You've clearly
we're
never
gonna be
met
on the
me.
road. We're gonna be on the road for a while, and Tony's a
We're
great cook.
adventurous. Yeah, you need
yes,
a lot of
as-
food for travel.
As we said, if it's not clear, we're going to a different plane of existence. Are you okay with this?
It would be interesting, yes.
As long as you're comfortable.
Only the half of it.
Yeah.
Tony's gonna fill up his chesty coffers with new meats and veggies.
I thought you were gonna stop it. He fills up his chest, and I was
Just
like,
eats all
"What?"
the food now. Rawr.
Some absolutely massive gahonkers.
That's
And we make our way to the castle after buying
Yeah.
all this food.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way through the city and go up the stairs to the castle and go in through the front door. And Duke Silent Fury is in the throne room, and it seems like he is talking to, it looks like farmers. And it's hard to tell what they're talking about, but it seems
Nice.
like a relatively peaceful conversation. So
Okay, I was gonna ask to listen in, but it seems like they're dull. I'll just give the Duke like kind of like an acknowledging nod that hello, we are here, and like point upstairs, like going to the tower.
And he looks away from the people he's talking to for a second and sees you and just gives you like a slight nod, and then looks back at them and continues talking. And he's like making motions with his hands, kind of pointing things out and making kind of squared shapes in the air and like pointing at stuff.
Directing, organizing, synergy. Yes, I get you, Duke. I give the Duke a thumbs up, and I lead the party up to the tower to where Draken and the phylactery are.
You guys walk up the stairs and continue all the way up to the very top of the tower.
I knock heavily on Draken's door.
And you hear from inside, yeah. Come in. Who is it?
I open the door
It's
as he
us.
says, yeah, the first time.
And he says, yes, you.
Yes, I believe it's
Sweet.
time for us to be on our way.
indeed.
And he says, okay, so you've come to take this thing then, huh? Get it out of my hair?
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, look, I'm real sorry I couldn't do more with it, but
Oh, don't worry about it.
I
This-
understand.
Okay.
I
this
thank
thing
you
is
for...
nothing like I've ever seen before.
It makes sense, Draken, but I appreciate your willingness, despite it being forced, to come and examine it on our behalf. I do believe you have helped us and given us plenty of extra information, so please do not think this has been to no avail. You have given us ample time, and having someone of trusted intelligence overseeing this was of highest importance, so thank you.
And he says, yeah, sure. Well, I guess I could head back to Stone Grove now then, huh?
If you wanted to, as I said, I'm not quite sure how long it will take me to return, so you're welcome to organize your own transport. Or if you wait for me, if you just put it out for however long, that's up to you to gamble. But I will be, once I'm back, I would be happy to give you a quick flight to and fro.
And he says, no, it's fine. You guys go take care of this thing. I can make my own way.
Okay.
I'm proud of him.
Be
All right,
safe.
be safe, Draken.
Yeah, be safe.
You as well. You,
Thank you.
you know what you have in your possession, and I'm sure others will too.
I mean, it is giant cloud of doom or something over like up in the sky, or yeah. People
Yes,
will
this
know
is-
where we are.
will be a beacon. It will be an interesting journey, but I believe we'll be safe. And Moss will take one of the chests off Tony's chain, one suitable to carry the phylactery,
Mm-hmm.
and go and probably with like a cloth or something, pick up the phylactery and place it inside.
Okay.
One of the finer cushioned chests.
Yes,
Gotcha.
with like
a
a
good goal.
double lock.
Yeah, instead of the shitty first meat chest.
Yeah.
One of the ones in the middle, so it's like protected
Can't you
by
just-
the other chests.
Can't you just use bag of very big?
I'd rather not keep this anywhere near my belongings.
Oh,
Isn't
I
Or
totally
the,
forgot.
the thing that it's generating.
isn't the bleh next to your belongings though?
No,
That's
that
No, I
is
think
blue
the
is in
blood's
my
like
bag.
in. Yeah.
Oh,
Tony has a gross one, and then I have a clean one.
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha.
So mine has just like a bunch of shit, but no really gross things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Moss's
Moss
bag is like
in
permanent
that he's
thing.
like rummaging through. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a fuck ton of potions. Does anyone want any potions?
Oh, what
What
kind of
kind of-
potion do you have?
What potions?
I
Yeah.
have 6 healing potions, 5 temporary
Ooh.
HP potions, 5 haste potions, 5 fire breathing potions.
I mean, I'd say we should all take one each.
Did you just say fire breathing?
Indeed,
I'd love
fire
to-
breathing. That's useless
Like-
for me. You want them?
take one.
Enlarge, reduce Jamila, and make
Fire.
and have her breathe fire.
Well, if we enlarge reduced you, you'd just be medium, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, it would be.
Can you say again?
I want
What
healing.
you-
Some.
I also want healing.
Healing? Well,
You have
so...
spells, don't you?
Well,
Healing's
yeah,
always
we've
good.
got,
Well,
we've
yeah,
got
but-
all spells,
that's
but these
true.
are just like if I ever need to just like shove it in your mouth if you're down, you know,
Mhm.
that
No,
way I
that's
don't
true.
need to use a
Then
spell.
those with no spells should take them. But I want one for fire breathing, please.
Although,
do you
so
even
here,
get
so here,
potions to
Tony,
breathe fire?
Tony gets 3 fire, so Tony, and he hands you over like
Holy
3 of this like
shit.
reddish orange potion, and then 2 to Talia. It's like,
Cool
okay, there's all my
things.
fire breathing gone. If anyone wants to take it up with those who have it. But first, we've got some haste. I'll be honest, I'm gonna
Who?
keep most of these, so I have 2 to give away. Who wants 2?
Can I have a
potions?
haste?
There's a haste for Jamila.
Can I
Angela.
have
Thank
one?
you.
Tony's still
And one
gobsmacked at how a haste or how a potion can make someone breathe fire.
1 over to Durgit.
Or well, I'm fast enough.
It's called
else
moonshine.
won't.
No, definitely. Actually, you know what, Durgit? And he hands you a second one.
Ah. I just
you're-
awkward.
You're better
My
off
name
with it
isn't-
than I am.
Who's Durgit? Durgit is my Durgit is my cousin. Remember?
Brunhilde.
Durgit, this is the whole thing. This is what we talked about earlier.
Huh?
Jamila's part of the
We're
party now.
we're in front of Dragon, aren't we? Or what?
No, I assumed we just left, but
okay.
we didn't necessarily say goodbye.
Yeah,
so
I would say you guys like walked out of. Or,
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't
Maybe
know
not.
that's my
we got
little.
the
That's
phylactery, put it in the chest, fucked off.
Mhm.
Okay, I thought we were still in the tower and having this conversation in front of
Yeah, no,
him.
this is like on the walkout.
Okay,
How
thank
many
you.
breathing fires do I have? 3?
You were given 3, yes.
Fire breathing? In a bottle?
I have
Which
no
one?
stats, just names.
Dragon breath in a bottle.
And that's
Where'd
2
you
healing
get
potions.
That
those?
was in the alchemy shop beneath our keep.
Ah, cool.
One thing that was good about me when I was not really thinky is I just like to collect things. I've got a lot of random shit in this bag. I keep forgetting about it because I don't really like to honestly when I was Moss it was kind of head empty, you know? In a good way, but I like to be more present now.
Hmm. Moss without memory was a himbo.
Hmm?
They said this is out of character. Moss without a memory was a himbo.
Talia, how dare you?
It's not an insult.
You have no idea what I'm. Good day.
It's just
Jamila.
out of character.
Jamila
no.
will say will ask actually about the keep.
What do you want
Oh
to know?
yeah.
We
Like
were given a keep in Vudar.
okay.
Yeah, after we kind of helped out with the war,
But the
we
Sultan,
got
right? That's his name.
Yeah, with
Mhm.
the Sultan.
He helped me out quite a deal. He's the one that scooped me out of the woods and kind of pushed me off onto you all.
And
Wait,
as he,
so-
and as he looks at Talia and says, "You have a keep?
We have a keep, yeah. And over in
Wow.
Vidar.
How did you
Alright,
get
I didn't
that?
tell you.
That's a story
We
that you'll
help-
have to tell me later."
I will. Just 'cause it was-
Sorry, Jamila was in Vudar and left just before the. I'd say they left just before the Civil War. Do you think they or no? It was either just before or just after, but whatever. Do you think they'd know about the Civil War in Vudar?
Yup.
Yeah, Jamila.
Roll a history check.
Here we are.
Mhm.
Let's go to this. That is a nat 1, so no.
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
Okay. So yeah, she'll keep questioning them about like how they got the keep and like the Civil War and stuff as they move along to wherever they're going.
Well,
Yeah,
yes, there
Talia's
was a
probably-
civil war.
Yeah,
And,
Talia's
uh,
probably like talking about it like to Jamila and Tizzy at the same time because they both asked.
And where are you guys heading right now? What's the plan?
Outside of the keep, so I can turn into a bird and fly back to Winterhold or wherever.
Huh?
That's Skyrim. That's Skyrim. Holy shit,
Yeah.
my brain. I just
Come
went
on.
full autopilot. Oh my god. Back to was it
Wrong
Blackfield?
dimension, my guy.
Yeah.
Back over to the
We're going to the hag.
hags. We're going to the hag, so I'm gonna go to our first campsite.
Okay, as we go out of the city, Talia like, it's like Tazio, do you wanna I mean I guess once we're like at the gates of the city, Talia's like Tazia, it's like, okay. I guess I'll see you.
And she says, yes, of course.
Moss Druid crafts a soft breeze, so their hair blows softly.
And she says, yes, I'll be around.
I mean, I have messages like taps like with her finger on her temple, so I can message you.
She says,
I'll let you know when we're there, and I'll let you know every day what we have done.
She says, yes, you have that new spell that you remembered today.
Yeah.
So yeah, just stay in touch with me and be safe wherever you're
I
going.
will. I will.
Who knows
You be safe
what
too,
awaits?
yeah?
And she says, oh yes, absolutely. I always end up okay
No, still.
until now. I'm just kidding.
Mike,
I
if
knew
anything
it.
happens to her, I am going to personally fight you and
Moss
kill you.
draws his dagger and tags Frezia.
Rides off into the sunset, and that's the last time you ever see her.
No, my beloved.
No, just kidding. So
Have mercy
yeah.
on me.
And
Okay.
Okay.
and as he begins to she hugs you and gives you a kiss and looks at all of you and says, take care of her.
We will.
We'll
And
try our hardest.
hugs Talia again and says, I'll talk to you soon, and walks away.
Shut up. And Talia's like.
No, Ezia comes back, grabs Talia, races up to the bedroom in the tavern. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
No.
Yeah!
Sir,
Talia,
please no.
go to Whispers.
No,
We'll
fade to
leave.
black, fade to black, fade to black.
Oh god. Yeah, no,
Oh, that's
just
horrible.
kidding.
Moss
Not,
Druid crafts some candles.
Tony's
Hate all of
gonna.
you.
I hate you all too.
Moss turns into. Oh no! So no. Before that, as he like walks off,
Tony
as-
prestidigitates a saxophone.
Moss will like, Jamila, actually, I
Yes?
digging through his bag have something, and he pulls out these two rather large at the moment bracers. He's like, I was wearing these for quite some time, but I think I'm going for a bit of change of pace. So I think you might be better off with these. And he hands off
And
to you some bracers of the hero.
and she like takes them, and how big are these like compared to her?
Giant. They're Moss's wrists were the last ones in them.
Okay, so she's like she's like carrying them with both arms and like thanks. How do I wear these?
Oh, put
Around your
your
waist.
wrist through one, darling.
And then she like tries to put it around her wrist and like
It's magical, so it resizes to the size of your wrist.
and then she's like, wow, that's really incredible, and puts the other one on and
Tony looks a
Says,
bit amazed, but like,
uh,
they do that?
and
Tony, have you ever not put on, like, take one of the rings you're wearing off? If you have
Takes
anything
off.
magical, take it off. It's probably like way
Uh.
smaller because your neck's fucking huge.
Everything I have magical is like made for me, or isn't an item of clothing.
Well, that's fucked. That shit changes sizes. It's crazy.
and what do these bracers do?
D4 to all unarmed attacks.
That is OP for a monk.
It's OP for a druid as well, my friend. You're welcome.
So should I just add that to my inventory?
You have to attune to them.
Yeah, but should I add it to my inventory so I remember?
I gave them to you, so probably.
If
Okay,
that's
what
where
are
you
they
keep
called?
track of the things you own.
You do whatever makes you happy, man, but I gave them to you.
Fair enough.
And now you have to spend an hour, but we're about to start flying. I assume we can short rest during the flight.
Okay.
Probably couldn't long rest, but
Small question.
Yeah.
What are they called?
bracers of the hero.
Thank you.
D4 to all unarmed attacks.
Okay. So yeah.
And Moss will nod, and then like, oh, also, this might be a bit weird for you, and he'll take a couple steps back, and then and into a giant bird.
And she just like jumps back and like falls on her like like back.
Yeah,
You hear a very light thump.
Oh,
And,
and before we go in there, Talia's like, "Does anyone want me to send any message to someone?" And she looks over at Tony.
Tony looks very bashful. Maybe.
25 words to Yrmir, perhaps. We're gonna be gone for a long time. Haven't seen him in a while.
Hey, I want to know like how he's doing and like if he's set up the shop okay and he's making some good sales. If he's
I have
if he's
25
settling
words.
in okay.
I have
and
25
if
words,
he's
okay? And he can only reply
just-
25 words back.
just how he's doing and make sure he's safe.
I got my
Okay.
hands out, ready to count on my fingers.
Okay, so Talia casts message. One moment, if you want me, I can
Sending.
ping it again, but I mean it's right there.
If it's
Yeah,
right
you're
there, you
casting
should probably
sending,
know the
not
name of the cell.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to. I meant to go on info. Sorry. Right. So Talia casts. Hello, Yrmir. 2 words. It's me, Talia. 5 words. Tony wants to know if you're doing okay and if you're safe. You have 25 words. That was 24. I could have one more.
Okay.
No, the last word was that.
And a little bit of time goes by, and there's a reply, and it's Yrmir on the other side. It's Yrmir's voice that you hear, and he says, "Ah, yes. How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm in Stone Grove. I've set up shop, and I'm doing quite well." And that's it.
7 more.
Okay, cool.
Oh wow, wasted 7 words. What a bastard. So uneconomical.
Okay, Talia turns
You don't know if
to
he knows
Ju.
that he has however many
I
words.
said like
Oh,
like
that's true.
you
that's
have
true.
25
Yeah.
words at the end.
Okay.
I like
Um,
how it
okay.
sounded like they were both counting out their words.
7 more. Hold on, real quick. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm trying to make sure
I
that I
was
have.
counting
enough.
No,
my
I,
words on my
I like
fingers,
the
yeah.
idea that like in game they're like literally counting out the words.
They probably
Yeah,
are.
Talia probably is sitting there like counting on her fingers like.
No, Moss
And,
holds his hands up, and every time you say a word, there's a very comedic ching 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 ching.
And he says, "I'll probably be here a while longer."
Okay. Okay. Talia turns to Tony and says, "Okay, he's fine. He's set up shop in Stone Grove and he's doing well, and he's probably going to be in Stone Grove for a little longer."
Okay.
Also asks how we're doing, but yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
And yes, I was counting on my fingers the whole time I was
Me
doing that. And I haven't lost count midway through because I started going too fast.
Yeah, I had you. I had both of you, just in case.
I mean, you went way over 25 words when you did Done Provolone. However, that guy can't count, and
I like the idea that like it's only as many as you can count.
Yeah, no, my favorite was that it was like they just keep talking and the message cuts off like halfway through, and they're just
It
still
was the
talking
same
to
with
nothing.
when I messaged Ezia through the necklace, and you started going off, and I was like, you can only reply with so
Ezia
many
can't
words.
count either. It's fine.
So, I guess since now Spaz is staying with
With Durgat's mom, yeah.
we can put Jamila in the baby harness.
I mean, I'm pretty sure even that would be too big for her.
Yeah,
It's
Spaz
got
is not.
adjustable straps. It's been there since he was a puppy. It's the same one.
Okay.
We're
He's been the
economical.
size of a horse since he was a puppy.
Yeah, it's a really economical strap.
You said you guys are heading to basically your first campsite, Moss.
Yep, just the
Yep.
same one we used last time for Blackfield, the one in the mountains.
Okay. So,
And sorry.
Yeah.
Well, while we're flying, can Jamila take a short rest to what's it called?
A tune.
Attune to the gauntlets or whatever they're called.
Bracers of the
Bracers, yeah.
I'll say for now, yes, but I seem to be remembering something about not being able to take a short rest when you're like traveling on like a cart or horses or things like that.
Giant
I
metal
think it's
bird.
no long rest, but you can short rest.
Maybe.
I
Yeah,
thought
that's
that was it.
yeah, maybe. But for now,
We'll roll with the temporary rule.
but for now, yeah, for now we'll say yes, and I will look into it and
But
figure
out
Max
what
doesn't
we'll do going
have
forward.
wheels, so he's not a cart.
Right, but I don't think it's so much like the cart thing. It's more of the act
I think
of
it's
like,
about the spirit of the rule
Moss
rather
doesn't
than Moss
have
is a
wheels.
vehicle.
being in
Damn.
motion and traveling. And,
But
yeah.
what if I gave him wheels?
Oh,
Could you?
Would I then be considered a vehicle? If I grew a propeller, would I be able to identify as an Apache attack helicopter?
Oh no, come on, really? That's low.
I would
Could he
say
use his vehicle
no
proficiency?
because there's no
Damn
way
it.
you'd be able to sprout a propeller because you've never seen one, and the mechanics
bladed-
are
Also, the way you look
Quetzalcoatl.
like does not determine your gender.
yeah. And you make your way from Wintervale and head towards your first camping area, and get back to it, and it's still there. The hole's still dug out.
Wonderful.
Dug out.
Home sweet home. Okay,
Home
take
sweet
off my
home.
shoes.
In fact, we'll say
Yeah, I hang up shoes. What of it?
here. Here is your hole, your diggy hole.
You're
Aw.
taking to you.
And don't forget, there's another hole like somewhere like 80 feet away. That's a vent for the campfire underneath.
Mm. So yeah, we'll say that's the entrance.
And there's
to,
also like
the
there's
shelter.
2 chairs outside of the hole that
Uh-huh.
are like built into the surrounding hole.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 smaller watch posts
There we go.
directly outside of it. Yes.
So, yeah.
Wonderful.
That is the entrance into the shelter. The chairs are there in your imagination, of course.
There is a tool for drawing shapes.
Who cares?
There you go.
Ah, chairs.
Yeah.
Little stools. How about that? Is that a good compromise?
Wonderful.
Tony's in the cave.
No, Mike, I want you to completely drawn out the chairs worked into the architecture, damn it. Yeah, that's
Mike, you're really
perfect.
doing just the bare minimum here. It's
Oh,
horrible.
Wow.
where's my fully rendered chair artwork?
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes that's just the way she goes.
Can I have control over my token?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Thank you.
Never.
Fuck you. And there's 9 dragons in the cave.
You guys just walked into the wrong house.
Oh, Moss, as we land, will, like, seeing the cave is there and being basically done for the day, will use his little bonus action and summon Addie to his side.
Okay. Yeah, that is easy enough. You
And,
summon Addy, and he appears next to you.
Wonderful. I
And,
scratch his chin, because he is a good boy.
Jamila will look at Addie, and Addie's like a golden sort of dragon, right?
Yes.
Jamila will look at him with like
Brass
wide
dragon.
eyes and like be like,
Bronze.
so shiny.
Bronze, that's right. Bronze, not brass. Yes. Addie, do a quick scout around the area. Tell me what you see. And throw Addie up, and
You just need him in the fucking
Alright, when you
air.
say throw Addy up, I imagine you just like vomiting out.
Well, I mean, he
Same.
kind of does. It's like a football throw up, and then right at like the peak of the throw, the wings go out, and he uses the momentum to keep flying.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll perception with Addy.
It's advantage +1.
Okay.
2d20, d1. 18.
18.
19, because the +1.
Oh, okay, so that's with everything rolled up, included with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as he flies out and looks around, you see kind of in the lower mountains, a little ways away from you, there seems to be 4 to 5 white figures that are traversing the rocky terrain.
Are they coming towards us?
It's hard to tell. They're either going laterally across the mountain, parallel to you, or they're like just heading that way to turn and come down in your general direction.
I'll have Addie stay high, but I want him to fly closer and get a closer look. See if I can get a better look at what these white figures are.
Okay, so you have him fly in closer.
Yes, please.
Okay, and roll another perception.
Yeah, sure. I'll do the +1 this time. 9.
Yikes.
9. Okay. They kind of blend in with the snow. It seems like whatever they are, they're native to this area or this climate.
Can
because,
I get size at the very least?
Yeah, I mean, I would say a big to larger humanoid.
Large humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
Are they clothed? Are they in rags, or is it their skin and flesh or fur?
That's hard to say off the 9. Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I think that's
Probably
alright.
could-
I'll have him keep an eye on him, but just let me know, because he can communicate telepathically as long as he's within 100 feet. So I'll just have him do circles, and if they ever get close, like if they ever turn towards our direction or are definitively coming towards us, I would like Addie to let me know.
Okay. Noted. Yeah, so as for the rest of you, what are you doing?
Kicking my feet up. We just got in.
Hmm. And the sun's beginning to go down now, and it's late dusk.
Jamila will
Does-
take a inspection of her new surroundings and start to like look around the house, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you walk through, and there's multiple, it seems, dugout rooms, all branching off of this one larger main one.
Laid out like a paw.
Mm-hmm. And the rooms are moderately sized. I mean, they're not small, but they're not huge either, I assume,
This was
right?
one of the nicer ones. Yeah, this was one of the ones where we started figuring out. I think this is one Talia helped me with too.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
What, like an 8x8 room, something like that? Maybe a
Yeah,
little
decent
bigger.
size. Yeah,
Okay.
enough for a bed and a desk in each room. It's like a nice hotel.
Okay. So yeah,
Bedpan underneath,
nice.
but it's made of dirt, so you can't really use it. It's just kind of there for looks.
and so yeah, you see these moderately sized rooms, and they seem relatively comfortable.
While Addy is up there doing his thing,
Mhm.
Moss would like to do a just kind of go to his room, his little section, and do a commune with nature as I find it. There it is. And within 3 miles, powerful celestial fey fiends, elemental undead,
Mhm.
buildings.
And I have a pretty
or-
good idea of which one you're looking for, I think.
Yeah.
You do sense a strong fiendish presence
Every time.
right at the limit of the 3 miles to the south.
To the south.
Mm-hmm. Just teetering like within that limit. It kind of blips out and you lose it, and then it like comes back like a second or two later, and you catch it again for a brief moment.
Over the minute duration, can I tell if it's moving in a certain direction as it blips in and out? Or is
If
it just coming in
you-
and out, teetering?
Yeah, it's just kind of teetering back and forth.
That's fair. Yeah.
But it is in
After-
a definite south direction this time.
After like sensing it so many times, would I be able to attempt a scry? After sensing it and like having such a having sensed it and following it, having after so long, because I need like a general idea, and I know it's general section, and I know we've been following it. I don't like that's what I'm looking like.
I would say
that's
like
what I'm fishing for.
I would say like the thing itself, you don't know enough about it to be able to scry on it.
Can't target it.
No.
There, Moss kind of shakes his head with frustration. Just like pops his head into Tony's room, sees what he's doing.
Charlie turns around, sees Moss popping his head into his room.
I can feel that thing again.
I said, just the look in your eyes, all of them.
They're steady. Confused.
Where is it?
South. 3
So,
miles. Usually it's underground. I assume it still is. Could I tell? Was it like diagonally south? Was it south and down, or did it feel like it was on this level?
No,
I don't know if it's like that.
south and down. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's still underground. So it's like it'd be impossible today to even get to it. But
I mean, it's
I guess when we camp again, maybe we outrun it. But maybe it's going in the same direction we can pursue.
it's not bothered us so far. I assume anyone alive here the works.
We have other priorities. Like, we will be gone for a while, and I think we're the only ones that really know about this. We could have Talia send a message to the Duke.
Oh, if
Maybe
you want
he
me
and
to?
the King. Well, talking to Tony at the moment, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Yeah, get out of my room.
And
do you
probably
think?
Talia's probably in her room sulking a little because she's missing Ezia.
Nerd.
I mean, it's definitely better than
guess.
leaving it alone.
Talia, dear,
Yes.
come here.
Yeah. Get him out.
Okay. She
Come in
comes
Tony's
to
room.
goes to Tony's room.
Where have you been? Come on, we've been waiting for you.
I've
About
been in my
time.
room sulking. Well, what do you need?
I need you to send a message to the Duke.
Cool. I have
I
25
believe
words. What do you need?
Okay.
You sound like a waiter.
Just one, and it begins with an F.
Okay. There
Fuck.
are fiends south of Winterhold. We are
Wintervale.
camped
No.
at
That's
No.
Skyrim again.
first
Wintervale.
southernmost mountains. Please send clerics, big fiend, underground. Very scary, yes. Please help, yes. 25 words.
Okay, so Talia sends these words to the Duke.
And you hear a reply. Are you sure?
Are we
Very.
sure?
How have you come about this information?
Information is just one word.
Well, I know, but I did the
Information.
syllable, but I counted it as one word, but for some reason I did the syllables. Anyway,
Are you making fun of me, Duke? Silent Fury.
and
Oh,
he asks,
yeah.
"How did you come about this information?" And says, "I will look into it and send someone." And that's it.
How are we sure? Talia turns to Moss and Tony. Are we sure? How do
Positive.
we know this? He will send someone to look into it.
Moss has connection to nature and can sense powerful enemies. And this
Can you convert
monster,
caps in a message or in a
I can stream.
I think tone is carried across.
good?
Okay, so if you're a little bit more turt,
Mm-hmm.
really get your jaw tight.
Mm-hmm.
Say it with me.
Moss is an important message, not a vocal.
Yes, sometimes the best
Keep
teachers
this
are the one
informative.
most unexpected. But let him know that I have confirmed it personally across now several weeks of travel in the outer regions between here and the big city that I can't remember where your boyfriend is, Tony.
Strong growth.
Boyfriend.
He is your boyfriend. Okay. Talia sends a message that goes, Moss has a ritual that can sense powerful fiends, and he has confirmed this over multiple weeks from Wintervale to Stone Grove. Love, Talia.
Kisses.
25 words.
Hugs and kisses.
And
So
XOXO.
and the response comes back, "Yes, okay." And then like a pause, and then he continues, I'll send some holy men to look into it. I'll send them into the caverns in the south and see if they can find anything."
And Talia turns to Dumas and Tony and says, he says he'll send holy men into the caverns and see if they can find anything. Cool.
Wait, no, I'm not a bird. I don't know why I thought I was
Good
a
enough.
bird.
You're in my room.
Monsters cause anyway.
Okay, you're like,
Talia
Sorry,
looks at him
force
very
of habit.
confused.
I hate being that bird. I really do. It fucks with my head.
obviously.
I think I'm a bird all the time.
You know,
I
I know
just-
you don't need to sleep, but maybe it'd do you some good.
You know what? I might try it tonight. No help on watches. You're on your own. Jamila, how are your eyes? He shouts across the dirt hut. You're muted.
She replies with let me check real quick.
Checking
she
what?
replies
She
with-
replies
Your
real. Let me
eyes.
check real quick.
Check
Hold
for
on.
contacts.
Find it, and then gather your thoughts, and then
Yeah, she
tell them.
says she says that she is fairly good with eyes.
Good enough. I'll be turning in, so I'll need you to cover my watch if that's okay.
I will
That'll be fine.
say, I will say too that I wanted to try something different for the session. I want to do 2 watches for the night,
Ooh,
Okay.
all right.
Moss is doing neither.
just to change it up and kind of
Oh, yeah.
see. So
Yeah, we're experienced adventurers. We can get it done in 2.
Yeah.
Moss turns in and it goes to his full 8 hours of rest, and I'm going to go pee.
Johnny's gonna knock on Talia's door. I mean,
Talia has
duh.
not left yet.
Oh,
Talia's
she's
gonna
gonna
turn
wait
quick.
for you to leave.
Okay. Talia goes up because she's gonna take the first watch.
okay,
Okay, I'll wait for Talia to take the first watch then.
so yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yes, sir. Perception. Come on. 16.
16. Okay.
Mhm.
All seems quiet. Where you're at, though, it's right on the edge of the snowy tundra, and the wind has begun to pick up a little bit and sort of howl, and that's kicking up snow a bit. So there is a little bit of inclement weather, but beyond that, it's fine.
Okay. Cool.
So who would like to take the second watch?
Jamila can.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
That's gonna be a
Nice.
15.
15. Okay. Yeah, similar to Talia's watch, the wind is still kind of howling and snow's being kicked up, and you don't see anything immediately. All seems quiet.
Can I
I feel like
say,
there's gonna be a but.
as
What?
Talia comes back from their watch, I will knock on the dirt that is next to where their door is. The dirt door frame, if we had enough dirt to make doors.
Mm.
Yes, it's all door frames.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on that.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be like, can I come in?
Sure.
I'm gonna come in, sit on the end of your bed, and be like, okay, look at this. I pull out a little. I have to check what. My brain's small. I pull out a little decahedron made of glass.
Mhm.
I'm like, look at this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And streaming from the dodecahedron made of glass is
Mhm.
like the picture of the night sky on your.
Oh. Where'd you get this?
Isn't it pretty?
That's so
Got it
cool.
from Vala.
And I would say it covers
Oh.
like the entire ceiling and like spills out onto the top part of the wall a little bit too.
I
That
thought
is
you'd like
so
it.
pretty. Oh, I love it. Thank you. You didn't
just
have
like-
to.
Is there like a desk or like a
Yes,
a
there's
mound
there's
of
there's
dirt?
like a built
Mhm.
into the
Reminds
wall
me.
desk.
I'll
Yep.
put it on there and be like, you can keep this for
Okay.
sleeping.
And a
Could
chair
anyone
that
spell
can't
this out
move.
for me? What's it called?
I just put hedron because
How do you spell that?
dodeca is a
Nightlight.
lot of. Yeah. Where is it?
How about the dodecahedron of the night sky? Something. I don't know.
Of the night
D
sky,
O
something.
D E C A Hedron.
Can you say like? Can you just write it into
D
the
O
chat,
D
please?
E C A. I'll write it.
Thank you.
So after the final watch, the morning comes. Moss, throughout the night, you didn't get any pings from Addie. As far as
Wonderful.
the figures making
He
any.
fades just before the morning watch ends because he was only allowed to be out for 10 hours.
Okay.
Or 9 hours, sorry.
Okay. So yeah, he fades out as the morning comes.
Moss sighs and gets up.
Tony's still asleep.
Moss goes and wakes everyone up, I guess, as he's the first one up.
I wake up.
Okay.
5 more
Morning.
minutes.
No, come on. It's time to
Master.
get home.
You're literally
Okay.
like a walking bell.
Moss starts. Oh, Jesus. Moss starts clapping. There we go. And
Okay,
it
I'm
just
getting
sounds like
up.
two pans
Okay.
clanging together. I ain't getting no sleep
Okay.
because of y'all.
Ping, ping, ping,
Yeah,
ping,
you
ping,
sleep because
ping.
of me.
I'm getting up. I'm getting up. Okay, I'm
I'm up,
sorry.
I'm
Ping,
up.
ping,
Make you
ping,
breakfast.
ping, ping, ping.
So mean.
What do you want?
To go home. Come on.
No, I mean, what does everyone else want? It's breakfast.
Oh, for breakfast. Yeah.
Yep, baboon.
Oh, I am up.
Jamila like crawls out of like her room like a lizard almost.
You're like up the wall and you like stick your tongue out like.
Lick your eyeball.
So, what do we all want?
Fruit.
I'm going to go meditate as you all do this.
All right, I'm gonna get out some fruit then.
Yeah, some fruit would be nice.
We'll have some
Thank you,
salted
Johnny.
fruit, some apples maybe.
Yeah.
We got some of those berries.
I would like everything.
Do you even cook food before you eat it?
What's cooking? No, I'm just kidding. She says,
that would be so funny though.
she says, yeah, I mean, sometimes.
I cut off like a sliver of the pork and just kind of throw it at you. Like, there you go.
And then she just like, is like, okay. And then like starts nibbling on it.
Is that just what you eat? Like that? That it?
Well, I mean, I'd prefer it cooked, but
Oh, good. Perfect. Give me that back. I will cook it for. I thought you just meant like you wanted like just like a bit of anything. And I take the slab of meat back. Do you still want the meat though?
and she says, yeah.
Okay. Everyone else is having fruit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Boss.
I'm good.
Cool. Hat on.
And
It is done.
some
Cool,
of
cool.
the salted pork you got, like a portion of it, was more or less like a bacon, whereas the
Lovely.
rest was like a loin roast.
I will
Mm-hmm.
take out the pan. And then like
Yeah.
Is there a
You can just
campfire still in
eat.
the room? Like an unlit one?
Yeah, in the middle. There's a
Mhm.
pit.
I'll
There's a
I'll
pit with like a
firebolt the camp
70s
awkwardly.
style chair around it, like a big circle pit.
I'll awkwardly firebolt the pit. Like I guess you will do this the old fashioned. Oh. And just put the
That's
pan
the
on it.
saddest haul I've ever heard.
Aww.
Oh.
Aw.
And
I'll
at
cook
any
everyone up.
point during all of that, after 10 minutes, communing again in the morning.
Commune with nature. Okay. What is this for?
Same, just doing my morning prayer,
same thing,
as I
okay.
always do. Just Creona, and then like it's more just the connection to Creona, and then if anything happens, it happens, you know.
Mm-hmm. You don't sense the fiend.
Moss nods. With it teetering yesterday, makes sense.
I can redo my.
Just kind of
And,
like sitting there, letting the plants grow on him and meld into the ground. He just kind of nods and smiles at the statue in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
or mentally smiles.
Yeah. So, yeah. Besides that, though, it's the same as yesterday, except you don't sense the fiend.
No fiend. Much more peaceful. Takes a deep breath. Because he can breathe. There is an input and an output.
Mm-hmm.
And he stands and goes back inside as everyone's like in the middle or towards the end of their eating.
And as Talia sees Moss, she's like, Moss, I want to ask you something.
Mm.
Sorry, I want to ask you something. And she like scoots over to Moss. It's like, do you want me to send anyone a message?
I mean, if we are correct in that it can go between, I guess contacting Hearson before we get there would be beneficial.
Okay. Well, there might be a little problem with that.
Which
I
is
just remembered a creature I am familiar with. I don't know Hearson.
That is difficult. Well, here's a question. You can send. Can you scry?
Oh, I can't scry.
You
I
can
can only
scry?
send. I don't think. No, I don't have scry.
Can you? Do I have anything that I would be able to put something in your brain? Could I polymorph myself into?
No, Hearsom's not a beast.
No, you can. Polymorph is any creature.
Or polymorph.
Wait.
Hold on. Ping. Okay,
there you go. I
Thank you.
pinged it for you. You're welcome.
No, any beast. You are right. Polymorph is still a beast.
Yeah.
I don't have any. Unfortunately, I'm not blessed with illusion magic very much. Yes, most of what I do is all for hitting and healing.
Well,
Fuck.
that'll be a pleasant surprise for him.
Yeah,
I hope it will be pleasant.
Scrying wouldn't work anyway. I think that is limited to the same plane. But at the very least, I'll be able to do that when we arrive. And hopefully get an idea of where he is. At the very least, get a direction.
I'm really sorry. I wish I could have helped you.
It's okay. Thank you.
Of course.
I assume there's not many people that we know in common.
I suppose.
But thank you.
Of course. Well, once I know him, and we get back here, I can send him some messages.
That is very good to know, actually. Thank you.
Well,
very
there
much.
might be a little small chance that they won't reach him because he's on another plane that's a little bit more difficult. But
all magic has a chance of failure, darling. Thank you, though. I appreciate the full warning. Even my own magic, there's things that can prevent it. And he kind of knocks on himself. I imagine there's something that could probably just turn me off.
Hopefully we'll never find out what that is.
I hope so. I'm not quite sure what would happen. Well, again, none of you even have the ability to bring me back. If I'm down, that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe Hadrada could have figured... Nah, Hadrada couldn't have figured that out. That's wishful thinking. It's possible. He maybe could have been able to fix me if he had time. Maybe if he decided to stop trying to kill people.
Yeah.
I miss him. Oh, yeah.
Me too.
But, and he stands, I think it's time we be on our way.
Yeah.
One more day of travel, and one more camp, and then I'm home.
So we should... Yeah.
Moss will turn and head up the stairs.
Okay.
Talia goes with, and she shows Moss the what Tony gave her last night. Look.
Oh yes, I got to see that when he was purchasing. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, it's so cool.
Did he
I
show
can just see the stars
did he show
everywhere.
you the pretty light one?
The pretty light one, Tony.
No, that no,
Johnny's
tomorrow night.
outside.
And we come up the steps at that moment.
You have a pretty light thing also. You got more magic stuff that you didn't show me.
I look into Moss's many eyes and say, no, we're talking.
I'm so confused.
And give Moss a wry smile and say, I didn't buy any pretty light thing.
Roll a deception.
I'm not necessarily trying to make it seem like
can I
not a
roll
pretty
an,
light
can I
thing.
roll an insight to see what the fuck Tony's trying to do? Because Moss
Tony
is
is
lost.
making a jerk here.
I clicked without you answering, but I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Tony's on about.
Humor does not compute.
Can I not roll a deception and fail it into...
Comedy
Sure,
loading.
that's fine.
Ah, of course. Sure, yes. Anyway. Bird.
Okay.
Wing down.
Eat
Okay.
on the bird.
Eat on the bird.
Eat on the bird.
Okay. Yeah, and you get onto the bird.
And I fly away. So far away.
And
I believe I can fly.
from where you are now, you come to the edge of the tundra, and you look down and you see a visible change in the ground below. It goes from knee-high shrub grass and snow to dark green and very dark brown soil and lots of moisture.
This is, yeah, we had another camp right on the border of here, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so we make it to Camp B, this guy.
Okay. Yeah, and you get to Camp B, and the area you're in, it is very soggy and soupy ground, and you can see the entrance to it has filled up with like mud. It is caved in on itself from
Ah,
the moisture
unfortunate.
the moisture soaking back in through the ground.
That is a bummer.
Well, I enlarge Moss, get to work.
Hold on.
And I also polymorph into
Hold
more
on, let me.
help.
Of course, I didn't prepare it today. Scrubs his forehead. All right. Turns himself into a mole. Dig, 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 dig. Takes however long it takes. He has 9 hours. Talia has an hour.
Okay.
Yep.
And diggy holes a new house for us.
Okay.
And being the big one, I do the layout. Talia will do the detail work.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and after some time, you get a new one dug out. Where you put the new one, did you try looking around for different ground or anything, or did you just kind of get on the same area?
I would probably dig deeper until I found like solider, heftier earth that was less moisture and more solid.
I will say, the deeper down you go, the more moisture comes out of the ground.
Really? Okay, then that's the case. Then yes, I would take the time to just kind of burrow around in the area until I found an area that was suitable and probably a little bit drier.
Okay, so roll investigation.
Investigation. Checking mole if they have any
I think it'd
thing.
be intelligence, right?
Yes, but I still get their advantage stuff if they have it. I want to check, but nothing's coming up. I can't remember what I was. Giant something.
You're a badger.
Badger, thank you.
Oh, I thought you said mole.
It was. I thought it was a mole, but it is a badger.
Badger. Okay.
Yes. And I am also a badger.
Mushroom.
Smell. So if I'm smelling, is this technically a smelly perception? Since I am underground.
No, I would say it's more visual.
20. What's it plus? It's mine. So 0. 20. 12. I'll do luck because it's almost the end of the day.
Okay.
No, 12.
Okay. Yeah, you look around, and from what you can see, the area is very similar to each other. It's very soupy and mucky in most places. So you could dig out another one, but within like a couple of days, it'd probably sort of do the same thing.
Well, as long as it gets us through the night.
Yeah,
That's
and it
fine.
would for sure. But
Yeah, if it
over
gets
the
us
course
through
of
the
a few
night, then
days, it'd probably sort of, start souping in on itself.
that's what swamp life is like. This is just temporary base. That's why it's
So-
base B.
But
And
so yeah,
I'll dig us out a. We'll spend less time on it. We'll make it bigger. How about that? It's simpler but bigger. Since
okay,
it's gonna cave in anyway.
right, okay.
Vaulted ceilings.
Is it kind of more of just like a large single room, or you still have the individual tunnels?
Same type of layout. Just everything is bigger.
Okay.
It's an
Rooms are
American
a little
hall.
bit bigger. Desks are bigger. Beds are bigger. A little bit nicer. All the rooms are king beds now instead of twins.
But yeah, after some time, you get the new shelter dug out.
And Moss will this time assist with both of the watches and do his rest outside.
At some point too, as you're traveling, I would say more so on foot, not flying, but if you want to take some time to have a look around as you go, you can always try to find like a better place to make a newer
For
base
sure.
camp.
And now that we know this is an issue, but unfortunately I do not have any more flies for the day. That will be a problem that we face another time. And Moss will just, yeah, he's too antsy to get to the Feywild to focus on anything else.
I think Tony's allergic to the swamp. Sorry.
And
Yeah,
Moss will
it's,
set up and get ready for this new watch system that I didn't get to see last time.
okay. Well, I mean, that's not really that new, but
Just two instead of 4 or whatever.
yeah.
Fucker.
But yeah, so it is very humid here compared to where you came from. It's much hotter, more humid. You can taste the air, but as you sit out, roll a perception check. Well, who's taking the first watch, I guess? Moss, right?
Moss will be there, and then whoever wants to help him.
Me.
I will. Oh, okay, then they're good.
Yeah, Moss and Durgit.
In that case, before I watch that, Tony's gonna knock on Ty's room again.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm gonna get out the ball of marbles.
What's that?
Press the button.
I pressed the button.
The marbles come out and they're all glowing. They're orbiting the ball.
Oh.
Isn't it pretty?
Oh, that is
Yeah.
so cool.
It's very similar to how planets would orbit around a sun or, a central star.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Turn on the space light.
Oh, no, I was turn the space light.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
And inside of your room now is a magnificent, almost holographic spacescape on your roof with this colored, rotating, orbiting set of lights that you're
we
holding
could
in
make
your
this an
hand.
attraction.
I had the
We could
same
make this-
setup when I was 12. It was awesome.
We could make
I
this an
genuinely
attraction.
loved it. It's awesome.
I do love space. Space is so
mhm.
cool.
While they're doing that, my character's actually going to play a little bit of a tune on one of their instruments. The I don't know how to pronounce this one. It's O-U-D. I think it's
Oud.
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 Hello.
Ode.
Ode.
We'll call it an ode. An
Oud.
ode.
Okay.
Ode.
It's like the predecessor to a lute.
Okay.
It's like a one-string
Interesting.
banjo.
Okay, so it's a stringed instrument. Okay.
Yeah, it's a stringed instrument. It's sort of like a lute, but older and more Arabic sounding.
Okay. So yeah, roll a perception check.
You mean performance?
Or yeah, performance. Sorry.
I'm actually
Why did I
proficient in
leave my
this
blessed instrument?
so I can. Oh well, that's not good, but whatever.
Ouch. So yeah, you start playing, and whether it's from the humidity or the moisture, your fingers slip off the string, and you're just not feeling it as you start playing.
Yeah, she'll probably stop then.
It's very hard to play this properly as your hands are like covered in sweat.
As Moss goes up to begin his first watch, he's like, Talia, darling, could you play us a tune? It seems Jamila isn't feeling well tonight.
Absolutely, and Talia takes out her lute.
And Moss will walk upstairs with a slightly more energetic jaunt.
And yeah,
I
plays.
guess I follow Moss because, shift bodies.
Should I make a performance check?
Yep, absolutely. There are no
Hey,
fails
now.
here.
31.
Good God.
Ladies and gentlemen, 31.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, Talia, whips out the lute or the lyre. Which one are you playing?
I'm gonna play the lyre.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna play my flute. I'm actually not proficient in lute. I'm proficient in drum, flute, and lyre.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't have any drums. I have flute and lyre.
Okay. And you said your flute?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, you pull out your flute and start busting out a very dramatic and uplifting melody. It's
Oh yeah.
very epic sounding but uplifting at the same time.
And Moss and Durgat will go and begin our watch.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Wonderful. Durgat, will you give me advantage, please?
I can, sure.
Wonderful. Thank you. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
Give myself that D4. With advantage. Perception. 26.
28.
Okay.
Yes, 28 total.
28. All right. So yeah, the night goes by quietly. You hear crickets chirping and insects and bugs humming, and it's almost like a natural symphony of music. And yeah, your watch goes by without issue.
Moss smiles and just kind of revels in the sounds of the forest. Nods like, all right, Durgat, I think you're good. Just go send up whoever's next.
Hello.
Have a good night.
You too, I guess.
Always is.
Who
And
wants
he'll
next?
sit there.
Yeah,
He'll
so
sit there and start humming to himself.
I'm just gonna go next.
I can
Alright.
help with Talia's.
I mean, Moss is helping. Okay.
Or yeah, is Moss just staying up?
Moss is always helping. He's
Oh, okay. So never mind
he
then.
sits outside.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Doesn't sleep anyway, as well.
So yeah, go ahead and roll perception check, Talia.
Care for
Alright.
a bit of a contest, Talia.
Perception. There we go.
Normal roll for me.
26.
Okay.
31.
Ah. Come on.
Yeah.
Show
So
off.
again, your watch goes by without any issues. It seems being a little bit closer to town. It seems there's less things out here that want to try to eat you. So
Ha! I stared at nothing better than you.
Yes, congratulations to you, sir.
and after your watch, the sun begins to break over the horizon, and the next day comes.
Wonderful. All right. I guess go have that bastard put on his hat. I'm gonna do my morning ritual.
All right, I'll go down and make sure that he, yeah, that's his thing. Yep.
I'll pull out
You have
my
fun.
statue of Creona and do my morning commune with nature.
Okay. So yeah, you do your morning nature commune, and you don't get any fey fiend, celestial, undead, anything like that.
Wonderful.
Within 3 miles, you do get a ping off a set of buildings.
Oh. Which direction are they in? Are they along the way? Are they out of the
South.
way?
They're ahead of you going south.
So slightly out of the way. Moss isn't gonna worry about it. He's not gonna mention it.
And that's pretty much all you get from it.
Wonderful. Yeah. He finishes his prayer and goes down, joins everyone, however far into breakfast they are.
You come down and starts putting on the hat. Oh, hello.
He turns around and goes back upstairs for a second prayer.
Oh, goodbye. I apologize. What would everyone like for a breakfast?
Okay.
Yeah, just whatever, it's fine.
Has anyone waken up Jamila yet?
And Moss
sure
probably woke up everyone,
Okay,
right?
there's some hustle and bustle. Well, Moss sent Talia in to wake people up. Moss is staying outside.
So I probably went and woke everyone up.
Moss is doing like
Okay.
Tai Chi and shit.
Natalia's been nicer about it.
Yeah, I can imagine Talia is. So, if you do like look inside her or anything, she is like curled up in a little ball, like on the bed and like just like sleeping like that.
I goes like when she goes to wake you up, she's like she goes to you and is like, hey, like pokes you a little. Good morning. Tony's making
like-
breakfast. That's a show you never want to miss.
And like her head raises like a cat.
Good morning. Pats you on the head.
And she like
He's making food.
and
It's always really
she
fun.
like gets up and then walks out.
Oh, hello, my tiny friend. What would you like for breakfast?
Whatever you're making, I guess.
I see. I will make a what else do we have? We have bread. We'll make toast.
Yeah, make some toast.
Oh, I'll make some toast.
Moss is practicing his archery up top on a picture of the hat.
Ooh, you guys didn't get eggs.
Correct.
Oh no, we didn't.
Oh no, we didn't get.
You know how
eggs.
much lizards love the undead, or the unborn.
There's feywild eggs.
Breakfast will be disappointing henceforth.
Yes.
We've had like a week of just having eggs for breakfast, so I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh,
Oh
I say
god.
as I firebolt the
That is
fire
true.
blaze.
Yeah, and
Oh no!
the flames start up and the firing.
I propose a toast. How many slices?
Talia lets out a deep sigh when he says, I propose a toast. Does the head also now make you make bad jokes?
No, that is just my charm.
Mm-hmm. Talia goes outside. Call me when you're done with breakfast. Or when you made breakfast, right?
Oh yeah, I make some toast for everyone.
Okay.
Moss is out. When you come outside, Moss is practicing with his bow. You see it's got the green glow. He's practicing like with the strange enchantment that he and Vala put together.
Talia like watches a little bit until she's called in for breakfast and like points out some points out what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong.
Breakfast is ready.
Can you take off the hat?
Okay.
Talia goes back inside.
No.
No.
puts it back on.
Moss
No.
will stay out and like practice with the dagger. He's gonna like do tricks with like the throw and pulling it back.
Okay.
Like, start working it into like a routine or something. Like doing cool tricks with it.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing it behind his back and having it fly into his other hand type shit.
Okay. I will say one of the things for it is it will attempt to try to return to whatever hand threw it. But if you like
Oh, yeah,
grab
just-
it out of the air with your other one, I mean, there's nothing that's gonna stop it. But every time it's gonna attempt to try to like go back to the original hand.
I'm down with that. Well, that's why he's practicing to figure that out.
Mm.
Yeah, but he's just getting used to his new weapons.
I
Okay.
said everyone their toast.
So yeah, you guys finish up breakfast.
Everyone
And,
gets 2 points of temporary hit points.
Yay!
Apart from Moss.
He's on strike with the hat. He said you're allowed to wear it. You didn't say he had to put up with it.
Which way are you heading from this juncture now?
To the hag. So dead east, not west.
Okay.
Because we know where the hag is, and I made sure I'm made a mental map.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah.
Especially after that conversation.
Yeah. So, yeah. You leave the shelter. All of you load up onto Moss as per usual. And Moss begins flying due east, straight into the heart of the swamp, where you guys know the hag to live. As Moss goes up, you see directly south from your location of where you camped at is Blackfield. And you kind of junction off from there and head east from where Blackfield is and head into the swamps. And after a bit of flying around, you make it back to the area that the hag's abode was in. As you approach, it is eerily quiet. Even the bugs have ceased to chirp. You begin approaching the hut once again. You see the circular pond full of the crocodiles, and you see the rickety wooden bridge leading to the dilapidated hut built inside of this old wooden stump.
Moss will pull out his yellow staff and walk across the bridge with his staff out.
Okay. And as you walk across the bridge and get closer, the door click and opens as you walk across the bridge. And that's where we'll go ahead and pick it up next week.
Oh, come on.
Okay.